Okay, hi everybody, this is Tiffany and welcome to my cooking video. I'm going to call it One Meal at a Time. I think that's going to be the name of my videos, One Meal at a Time. So today we're making a dish called Unstuffed Cabbage. Some people call it cabbage and rice casserole, but I call it unstuffed cabbage because it's just like making stuffed cabbage, but it's like all in one pan because I'm all about the easy. So far, it's just a few ingredients. We got onions already chopped and in the pan here. They're not really diced. They're chopped kind of big, but you can chop them to your liking. For this dish, I like them kind of big where you can taste them. But if you like them smaller because you don't really like the taste of onions, definitely chop them smaller because, like I said before, your family has to eat it. Okay. So basically, we got the onions chopped. The next thing we're going to put is hamburger. I cooked the hamburger before. It's ground. This is ground chuck. I did it to save time, but if you were doing it at home, you would do the onions and the hamburger together. I like to get ground chuck or a ground round. You get hamburger, which is like a 70-30. You're going to get a lot of grease. You want to get less grease as possible. This is a really good chuck. I got this from Dearborn Ham. I get a meat bundle every month. People don't know, but for $100, you can get a really good meat bundle from there. Get a whole bunch of meat. It's just like steaks and hamburger and a bunch of stuff. So, call Dearborn Ham. It's in Roseville, and they'll let you know what they have. I'm turning this down, and I'm using my trusty electric skillet. This is my girl. Skillet's been around forever. I got it at thrift store, and she's awesome. So, I'm not a big salt person, but I like this because it's a garlic pepper seasoning salt, and I'm going to use a little today just for the sake of, I don't use a lot because my husband had a stroke, and he doesn't like me to use a lot. I'm going to use about a 1/4 teaspoon for the whole thing. Which is about 440 milligrams of sodium. Okay, and I'm going to use some garlic powder, which I'm a garlic girl. No sodium in this. So we'll just go ahead and go crazy on that. And come on, this. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Okay, so that's pretty done, so I'm going to turn it down. Next thing I did, I chopped up about 3 cups of cabbage, and this would be about a small head of cabbage. I had a huge head of cabbage. I rinsed it, and I'm just going to throw it over in there. And the key is you want it to start steaming. So, I'm going to get some hot water here. That's about a cup. And get that steaming. And it really goes a lot faster than you think. So what we're going to do, we're going to press pause, and we're going to come back and let you know what to do next, because it's got to steam for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and tell you the next steps, okay? So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and it's been about 10 minutes, so we're going to check on the cabbage. So it's coming along. It's steaming up pretty firm. So we can go on to our next step. The original recipe calls for a tomato soup or a tomato sauce. I'm all about using for what you have on hand. I'm going to use tomato paste today, which is basically just like a tomato paste concentrate, just tomatoes. So I'm going to put that in. It's going to be really thick, but what's going to help that, I'm going to use diced tomatoes, and this is chili ready with onions. Now, if you don't have that, you could just use plain diced tomatoes or whatever kind you have. I like mine to be kind of a little, kind of spicy, like a chili, kind of like a Mexican chili type dish. And then I'm going to add another half a cup, because you want to get like a sauce. Now, as far as water, people say, how much water? How much water? No, I'm not a water genius or nothing, but I always start like with less, and then it's always easier to add more if you need it, but it's harder to take it out. You know what I'm saying? I guess y'all get what I'm saying. So that was like a total whole cup. But the thing about the tomato paste, it's really concentrated. It's really tomatoes in a concentrated form. So you get it all stirred through. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. Okay, it's gonna cook, and you get a good sauce going. I've used spaghetti sauce in this. I've used tomato sauce. I've used tomato soup. And the good thing about cooking it at home and making it yourself, you can be creative. It's really no rules. And people get all scared about cooking. And one thing I tell my clients when I go and I cook with them is that, look, this is your food. You have to eat it. And if you mess it up, don't make it again. Nobody's gonna, you know, it's only food. You know what I'm saying? It's only food. So, you get that going. And my thing is just get everything covered. Now, as far as the doneness of the cabbage, right now it's still a little firm for me. But if you don't like really, really firm, and it's not too firm, but some people like to cook the death out of vegetables. Now just remember, if you cook the death out of vegetables, you're cooking the nutrients out of them. You don't want to do that. Nutrients are lost enough, you know, during the process of everything. You don't want to do that, okay? Now there's two ways you can serve this. Get this stuff out of the way. Oh, one more thing. Because I like to have mine kind of like a spicy chili type. I'm going to just add a little chili powder to mine. I love it like this. This is me. This is my family. But, like I said, I made it kind of more like, a little more like an Italian with like just regular diced tomatoes or Italian tomatoes. So when I make it like that, I've used like Italian seasoning or the basil, a little bit more garlic. So there's two ways you can serve this. You can put your rice. Now, this is rice I cooked. I had on hand. Are you watching me? I had rice on hand because I cook rice. You guys know I'm the rice lady, right? I cook rice, I have it on hand. You can put it all the way through here, or you can just kind of put rice in a bowl and just kind of, you know, serve it up like that. So, 2 options there for the unstuffed cabbage. You know, but do it your way. Cook it up. No right or wrong way to do this here. I mean, it's a real practical meal. It's, you know, real low in calories. I use white rice today, but if you want to use brown rice, use brown rice. You could substitute out the ground chuck for ground turkey. If you want to use green peppers instead of the cabbage, I've made it with peppers. I don't use a lot of peppers, but if you find a good deal on green peppers, use green peppers. Peppers are going to be really plentiful pretty soon because, you know, it's going to be in season pretty soon with the summer coming up, or you grow peppers in your garden this summer. So that's our dish for today, unstuffed cabbage or casserole. You could serve it with cornbread muffins or cornbread. Very good. So I'm Tiffany signing off, and we'll see you next time.